How do Mime Artists? Welcome to week 22 of the auto update. 2 weeks left until we see what happens, I guess. Not really sure what's going to go on. First stage up now is Goodra. For this stage I just went in with some of the most powerful Pokemon, taking the Rayquaza. If you want to take along Gumi, that might be helpful in and of itself. Give that a shot, see how you feel. But this isn't a difficult stage in the slightest, just a couple of hits with the Rayquaza and you should be fine. There's not going to be much of an issue to this stage at all. And that's if you want to play it. I don't think I've ever used Goodra in a stage, so it's entirely up to yourself if you want to farm it. Then we've got Landorus up next. Going in with Shiny Gyarados, Primal Kyogre, Ash Greninja and Volcanion, pretty much what you could expect. When going up against a ground type, some very strong Pokemon, especially with the Primal Kyogre. If you've not got Primal Kyogre, you can take along normal Kyogre, does a little bit less damage, gets rid of a couple fewer boxes, but it's still an okay alternative. And for this stage, just going at it, there's plenty of time to it. And a couple non-support Pokemon on there as well. I think is that Thundurus? Tornadus? I get confused which one's which at this point. Especially with they've all got other forms. But it's not a difficult stage, it's one you can just crank out once a day, maybe get a little bit of skill boost if you use the Landorus. If not, just use your hearts on something else you may like to have. Then we've got Uxie up next with Gengar, Uxie itself, Duskull and Litwick. Litwick is here just in case it gets a bit dicey towards the end, and it's an okay enough Pokemon. You could probably swap out for something like a Mimikyu maybe, something that will help do a little bit more damage, or if you've got your Hoopa skill swap, that would be completely fine here. The Duskull's fantastic just to be able to get rid of the unbreakable blocks that are on the stage. That was something I spent quite a lot of last week doing, was getting the Duskull up to an acceptable level. It's now skill level 4, that took a long time getting it that high, and Litwick skill level 5. Both of them aren't as high a level as I'd necessarily like them to be. I think the Litwick's just level 10, still a long way to go with that one, and the Duskull I think 6 or 7, so plenty of space for this team to be a little bit better. And Uxie is not necessarily a Pokemon I use much. The skill is Mind Zap, I believe. I don't know if it can be skill swapped for anything. I just don't think it's necessarily a very useful Pokemon. I don't think it's used in the game especially much, but it's one you can farm if you like. Mind Zap's not terrible by any stretch of the imagination, just not excessively useful either. So in the end the Litwick was not needed for the final effort, but it's still a fine Pokemon just to have in case for that last turn you've still got a little bit of health left. And small skill boost, that's fine. Don't think it'll be a stage I do too often though. Then we've got Winking Chespin. So on the board there are going to be plenty of Winking Chespin, normal Chespin. You can get rid of the bulk of them just by doing that move there where you move the middle ones and switch them over. And after that you can use the shot out Noivern, but there will be a lot of them and this Pokemon doesn't have much health in the slightest. So a couple of bashes with the Nosedive from the Ho-Oh, and using the Mega Shiny Charizard X, Y, whichever one's got the tapping ability. Just can very much help to get rid of quite a few of the Pokemon on the stage. But there's so little HP, you shouldn't need to worry about it in the slightest. Chespin, the Winking Chespin only has leaf combos, so it's not one I'm necessarily going to be farming much throughout this week, and it can't be skill swapped, so I don't think I'll be spending much time there. Then we've got Type Null, which has a fantastic ability, but for it to be of any use it would need to be at least skill level 5, I think, because it rarely gets rid of all of the unbreakable blocks on the stage. I think that's the wording of the skill there. And it's 300 coins per turn. It's not too hard of a stage. If you want to swap out maybe the Beware or the Meloetta for something with Block Smash, feel free to do that. That would probably be a little bit helpful. Or if you've got a super effective shot out Pokemon, as there will be quite a few Type Nulls on the stage, feel free to give that a shot as well. It's not too difficult of a stage. Once you can get enough space for your Buzzwole to be making matches of 4, it's no issue at all. Beware is useful here just to stop some of the disruptions for a turn or two, which is certainly a nice little addition. And there we go. Once you're able to make a couple of matches with the Buzzwole, it will go down incredibly quickly. And the Mega Shiny Mewtwo, very effective for this stage. Very useful, very helpful, very good. Then Turtonator, another not too difficult one. Primal Kyogre, fantastic here, very good just to get rid of quite a few of the unbreakable blocks when they're available, and they become available every couple of turns, so you can fairly consistently hit with the Primal Kyogre, doing plenty of damage. And there you go, as easy as that. If you want to farm this stage, give it a shot. It's going to be very easy to be able to beat pretty consistently, I would say. Then Carracosta, I think this is the last one. There's also the Silvally, if you want to check that out. There will be a card at the end, so you can check out my video on Silvally when that was out. Team probably hasn't changed that you'd want to use for that one, but before then, Carracosta, not a Pokemon that I consider very often, not a Pokemon I'm necessarily very aware of. It's just one of those other turtle type Pokemons. And this stage, not too bad again. If you can get the Shaman to do Sleep Charm fairly early on, you'll be completely fine. If you want to swap out the Blossom for something else, that's entirely understandable. I think mine's is skill level 4, perhaps even skill level 5, but it doesn't really do that much and too often, so if you just want a harder hitting type Pokemon, feel free to go along with that. Or even if you wanted to go in with another type, not use the Mega Sceptile, you could always take along Angry Pikachu. That would have this stage done in maybe 2 or 3 turns if you get lucky with it. And that's week 22 of the auto updates. Check out the Silvally video if you've not caught that, but thank you very much for watching, and I guess just how do, Mime Artists.
Eggs! Eggs! E-double-G-S eggs!